This is like very enjoyable. Walking around these little streets and then you turn and it's just like, oh, there's nothing down there either. But it's just slow and relaxed.
I wish you could pick up wine's audio. The wine says to you, hey, I'm a glass of wine, I'm gonna go down smoothly, and it does.
We have made it to Hvar.
It's beautiful. I feel like I say that about every single place,
We
but it is.
have been saying that. So this video is actually going to span across two, because just to give a quick recap, because last night we actually arrived in Hvar. So today is day 6. Yesterday was day 5, because 5 comes before 6.
We're learning on the boat.
So yesterday
we were still in Hvar, but in Hvar town. We stopped before that to go swimming.
Yeah.
As we always do.
Yeah.
What else did we do?
Well, Hvar, so yeah, it was a bit of a slower day. So Hvar town is more like restaurants and like old...
Lots of nightlife.
Yeah. More of the like nightclubs and bars and all that sort of stuff. But it does have a really cool hilltop...
like fortress.
That's a good word, yeah. Up on the hill, so that was really nice. So we basically hung around for the evening, didn't really do a hell of a lot too much, just explored the city a little bit, and then went up and caught the sunset from the fortress, which was really nice.
We almost missed it.
We almost missed it because of the light. We just come into port, and now we're in Stari Grad, which is one of the oldest towns in Croatia, and translates directly into Old Town.
And while we're here today, we're going to be doing wine tasting.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm very excited about.
And then we've got a captain's dinner. It's going to be a cool little afternoon and evening.
Yeah.
Action packed though, I'm sure. Well, we're casually walking and saying that, probably not.
It's not going to.
See already from where we've walked, this is a really quiet town. It's hard to tell if there's like peak hours or peak moments or peak days because of the boats and stuff, but we're walking through what is essentially probably maybe one of the main squares, and there's just like no one really around. It just seems like it's all locals and just it's all very casual, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not really much happening.
It's like this guy on the statue is going,
Peter.
where are all the people?
Peter Hektorovic. Yeah? He's trying to decide.
Yeah.
Trying to decide where everybody is, and so are we. It's a really nice place though. So Stacey just mentioned the trees, the palm trees.
Yeah, I really like the palm trees. It kind of makes it feel like we've seen a lot of old towns being in Europe, a lot of cobblestone streets and stuff, so it's nice that the palm trees make this place a little bit different.
Yeah, you look so pretty with them all behind you here.
Thank you.
Work it. So as we expected, Peter Hektorovic is a famous figure in Hvar, and on Stari Grad probably in particular. He was a poet and a collector of Hvar's fishermen songs, and an important figure of the Renaissance period in Croatian literature. So he was born here and literature. He was born here and he died here as well. And this is him just overlooking the square down onto the water. Nice. What's this?
It looks like a cross between a Thailand like fish foot spa
Oh, yeah, they're the right size.
and like a wishing well.
Yeah. It's strange though, it's not connected to anything. Like, there's no path or anything like leading into it. There's no water feature.
Water feature.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no fountain, there's nothing in the middle. Church of Saint Rocco?
Yeah. If we had have just waited to come around the corner.
Oh yeah.
About that a poet.
Yeah. You can just see how old it is. It's crazy. It doesn't look like a lot of the churches and stuff that you see around these European cities have all been sort of done up and improved over time, whereas this still looks very old. Except where there is no crowd, because there's no one around.
Yeah, just us. Big fans.
Big fans. This is quite a nice place. There's a nice pace to explore at because we sort of feel like we need to be whispering everywhere. We actually don't know where we're going, by the way, either. We figured when we would be getting off that there'd be, like you walk into an old town normally, it's really clear exactly where you're walking and where the sort of main streets are, where there's some cobblestones and where the restaurants are all lining a big open area. But what are you eyeing up? Oh, another church. That one's been done up.
Huge wall.
We're walking past like a concrete wall here. Concrete on this side, but sort of made up with rocks. There's another church up there.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Oh my god. Tell us what you see.
It's very concretey.
This has to be the oldest and the quietest streets we've walked in.
I think so.
We don't normally have to map to be like, where should we go?
No, we just follow like the herds of people.
Yeah.
There are no herds.
So it's just empty little streets like this. Just come from down there where there is a little bit of a grouping of a couple of small restaurants, a couple of small shops. But you can see like a lot of the places quite like run down like this, but there still adds like there's a lot of character to it. It doesn't feel run down, even though a lot of it is still very, very old. And every now and then you see something like this where there is a bit more of a restaurant down there somewhere. It says they do Mediterranean cuisine and local specialties. So this is like very enjoyable. Walking around these little streets and then you turn and it's just like, oh, there's nothing down there either, but it's just slow and relaxed. And every now and then you walk into an area a bit more like this again, where you've got some things for sale or a little restaurant, somewhere to grab a drink. So we've just taken a quick maybe 10-minute drive on a bus outside of town and we've come to a very busy vineyard. Looks like there's lots of other boats or groups of people and we've got our group. I think almost everybody from our boat, maybe about 30, do you think? About 30 people have all come out through this wine tasting. So this is one of the optional excursions that you get the choice of doing when you're on Sail Croatia. The other one this afternoon was canyoneering, so you can either go full-blown extreme or full-blown alcohol, and we went for the full wine tasting. So we're not really sure what to expect, but I think this guy's about to tell us. Alright, so we've just been told that these guys are full organic and they make a lot of their own stuff. So they make their own cheese, their own salami. I'm not sure about making their own fish or anchovies, but they do feature. But these are all vegetables that have been grown here. We've just had our first wine arrive and everyone's already been smashing into this, but we're about to try. We've got 3 different types of oils. Apparently this one is a little bit more of a normal olive oil. This one tastes more like a cooking, and this one apparently has got a whole bunch of like herbs in the oil itself. But you really can't complain about the setting. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful out here. And even though it's hot, there's a really nice breeze coming through, just because we're a bit more open. See the trees and everything moving a bit. Very good times.
It's very light.
I'm too focused on the brush.
Very soft. It's not
Very light, very summery, crisp.
Yeah.
It's very soft on the
too
approach.
sweet.
Doesn't hang time.
I
Doesn't
like
have
it.
any rinse in the mouth.
And
It just flows
the
down.
bread
It says, I'm willing
and
to go
the
through
olive
this.
oils are amazing.
I'm gonna go
The
through
herb infused olive oil is insane. I want to take it home. I don't have home. I want it.
These guys really do everything. They've got all these hanging things up above me here. That's all chilies. Over the back there is where all the grapes are. And over here is where the donkeys are. Got one there, and there's about 2 or 3 more down that way. We can hear them talking to each other every now and then. listening to people try wine because everyone has a completely different interpretation on what it actually tastes like. The whole table is like divided. If we went down and everybody was like boxed in and gave a review, I feel like by the time the table reviewed, we'd just have like 12 different reviews of what it actually tastes like. Apparently it is citrusy with the balance?
Nice balance, doesn't leave a big hang time. Goes down nicely.
I wish you could pick up live audio.
The wine says to you, hey, I'm a glass of wine, I'm gonna go down smoothly, and it does.
That's all you need. That's what you need in your wine is honesty. And it's exactly what this one delivers. Yeah.
Is everybody ready?
Cheers,
We're all training for that one time.
So our wine tasting tour evening extravaganza is now over.
Extravaganza. It was really nice. The wines were great. To be fair, like the breads and the oils and stuff were amazing as well.
Everything around it. These guys really have nailed the full organic, everything in one vineyard style situation. So we had 4 different wines and they went 2 whites, rosé and then red. And when we arrived we had like a grappa.
A shot as well.
And that was pretty intense to be honest.
It was.
And that pretty much wraps up today's video. Tomorrow we're making our way back to Split, but we want to do like a day in the life on the boat video.
Yeah, so if you guys ever plan on doing Sail Croatia, you know exactly what to expect. Because we had no idea coming into this, like, what it was going to be like.
No, that the Explorer would be as epic as it is. We can't comment on the Navigator, but the Explorer cruise that we've been doing is just like, we're blown away. And everybody on the boat as well agrees that it has been just such an incredible balance. So we'll try and capture that in the next one. But for now,
Thank you so much for watching.
we'll catch you in the comments.